Good morning and welcome to Sunrise. This is Sunrise with Dr. Surajit Khanna, a news bite for ages 10 to 25, brought to you by Khanna for Kids. That's KHANNA for kids.com. It's a good morning message, a short snippet of the news just for today's youth. We're on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, a little bit just after 9 o'clock. Join us and ask your friends to join us on Facebook at facebook.com/Connor, the number 4 kids. And we are on other social channels also. Dr. Connor is an attorney, a child safety advocate, a servant of the underserved, and a champion of the nonprofit organization Voice of the Kids. He also launched his post incarceration Juvenile Justice Reformation Act initiative this year. This initiative provides post incarcerated young adults with housing and training, along with the required medical and psychological assistance needed to secure a job and build a career. I know that there's a lot of words for the initiative, so we just call it the returningyouth.com campaign. Returningyouth.com. With us today is also Nicole McIsaac, who is our intern and also co-host of this and also of the Inspire show. And good morning, Nicole.
Good morning, Gary. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it is a great morning, and today actually marks the morning of the last sunrise of the year or of the decade, if you want to think about it like that. So, kind of reflecting back and looking back of this year, I'll toss it off to you, Dr. Khanna. How do you feel about how this year has gone with sunrise, and kind of just sum up your views in a review?
Well, thank you very much, Nicole, and good morning, Gary. Good morning, everyone who is watching this today. I'm very excited that Gary took this sunrise to really the sun to rise. And wonderful. I didn't realize that we started the sunrise exactly on September 11th, 2020. That is 9/11, with the first episode on the memory of the 9/11, whatever happened in the Twin Tower in New York. So I'm very happy, I'm very excited that we could give some of the news in the morning, especially on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, to the young adults, just a little bit, not too much, just give a little bite of it so that they can go and kind of think of the whole day, Google it or whatever they do so that they understand what happened in the past on this day or what is happening on this day. And I'm also very happy, very glad that the sun did rise through you, Nicole, and you joined the team. And I'm sure, that's a good credibility of this sunrise episode that Gary started. And thank you very much, Nicole. I'll toss it to you.
Yeah, thanks, Dr. Khanna. And I think speaking as, myself as being a young adult, especially now that I'm well diverse in the initiative and I dove right in and I'm loving it, enjoying what I'm doing. But I think sunrise is, and I want to emphasize, is so important for young adults to tune in. It's only a couple of minutes of your morning once a week, or excuse me, not once a week, 3 times a week. And, you get that information that, and you get your day off to a great start right from the beginning. So I really want to emphasize how important sunrise is to tune in for young adults. Personally, being a young adult myself, even if I haven't been involved with it throughout the period of this year. But Gary, kind of tossing it to you, because I know you've been here from the start. If you had a review this year in one sentence, what would you say? How has this year been for you with sunrise?
Well, Sunrise was an idea that Dr. Khanna had to just reach out to young people 10 to 25 years old. So we started this, believe it or not, on September 11th. We've had about 50 shows right now. That's time goes fast. You do 3 shows a week. We've been very religious in getting it done. We've been on the air every Monday, Wednesday, Friday without fail. We appreciate you joining us. You add the beautifulness to the show. Versus us 2 old guys. So we appreciate that, Nicole. And I just want to share with everybody some of the things that we have done with with SunRISE over the past 4 or 5 months, and we've had a lot of issues. For instance, we have talked about 9/11. We've talked about the value of one person. We talked about the presidential election and the issues going on there. We talked about Columbus Day. We talked about um, juvenile justice incarceration. We talked about uh, the history of the Constitution. We talked about the Mayflower Compact. We talked about, there's just so many interesting things that we did speak about. Veterans Day.
We spoke about the chocolate candy day.
Well, that was very good. That was just last Monday, wasn't that, Dr. Khanna?
That's right.
It's the most important day.
Yes. Snow, snow, snow. So we've had some fun times. We've shared some serious things and we've shared some fun things. It's been enjoyable. And we look forward to people joining us, and we want you to join us at contactk.com and write a note. You can join us right there. And also, returningyouth.com. Go to our campaign there. And obviously, Dr. Khanna's website at khannaforkids.com.
I think the main thing which really attracted this SunRISE in the morning is that we had some young adults join us and give their views on the post-incarceration juveniles. So that was one of the great segment we had, and we had many people from all over the U.S. joined. Some from California joined, if you remember. Some from Idaho joined. Montana joined. So we had people joining from everywhere.
Yes, and Nicole, we want you to, when you go back to school, if you ever do with the COVID, we want all the students to join. Get us in line, and we'd like as many students as possible to join us. And if you can continue to co-host, if you're available, whatever day you are, you're always welcome. But we're excited to get as many young people. So if you're listening, please join us at facebook.com, Khanna4Kids. And if you're between the ages of 10 and 25, reach out to us. Please join us. We want to hear your point of view. So Nicole, go ahead.
Yeah. And I think one point that you're definitely emphasizing is just how informative and important this show is. And I think that definitely reflects looking past out of all the different episodes that you guys have done since you've started this year. So definitely give yourselves a pat on the back for all that work. And I think the people watching are definitely, looking up to you guys as well, and looking up to the show and getting something very informative at it. So I think that's something you should definitely be proud of for this year. But kind of taking a spin on things and going in another direction, because we have other topics that we'd like to cover today. But, talking about informative, Dr. Khanna, isn't today a special day in history? What happened today all those years ago? Do you have any idea?
Well, it is a special day because without the thing which we are looking at, that in 1953, December 30th, the first color TV sets were on sale, because before that, the color TV was only remained within the RCA experimental broadcast. But today is the day in 1954, in 1953, when the color TV became available to the public. So whatever the young adults, when they are seeing these TVs today, whether it is 60-inch TV or 75-inch TV, those were not existing those days. The first color TV went public was 15-inch. And at that time in 1953, the price of that TV was $1,000, which is equivalent to $9,500 today.
Whoa.
Only 15-inch TV. Okay, even the laptop screens are bigger than 15-inch. So that was exciting when I found that out, and that's really is a fun moment or fun news, but it is an important news for the young adults to understand and appreciate what the technology transpired from 1953 till today, and all the things which are doing color, that color TV did not exist before that. But on that day, whoever started it, I don't remember the date or the person who started this, but it was a great appreciation. We should appreciate that whoever came up with this color TV going public, I really appreciate that. So thank you very much, Nicole, for pointing that out. I know it was 1953, way before all of us were born, but at least today when we're born, we have a TV.
No, it's definitely good. And I think you raise a good point saying, to be appreciative and about this discovery that happened so many years ago, because without it, I wouldn't be able to see you guys in color right now, especially given the circumstances right now with everything being virtual. You couldn't see your professors or your teachers or your classmates the way they are, or you couldn't see Dr. Khanna and Gary's lovely face 3 times a week in the morning and seeing how bright and colorful they are. So definitely appreciating that is something that needs to be pointed out. But kind of, going along those lines, the times that we have today, everything being virtual, I think today is also another important point in history as well, Dr. Khanna. I think you pointed that out earlier to me. But what does today mark 1 year ago?
Well, today, like you just pointed out, everything is virtual. Okay. So, and the reason we are so virtual, it doesn't mean that we were not virtual before, but today everything is virtual. Even we are eating virtually. We are doing everything virtually. Okay, but that shows that today we have a fundraising dinner, virtual fundraising dinner. So all this virtual could be possible only because something happened. Okay, I would not say I appreciated it or I appreciate it, but something disaster happened last year in 2019 on this day. Was COVID-19 was surfaced in Wuhan, China. Okay, that's the day when this was surfaced, and 31st of December when WHO officially announced it, and then the 1st of January of 2020, officially somebody outside of China was also infected by this virus in Thailand. So the starting of COVID-19 started on today in 2019. So Nicole, I know we were saying that we need to appreciate everything happened in 2020. I think if we spin it positively, COVID-19 did do a lot of good things to people, especially we all were scattered. We could come back to one location through this Zoom or through this virtual thing. A lot of bondage happened between the family members. A lot of bondage happened with the kids together. A lot of good things happened in 2020 because of COVID. So lastly, but not the last, but I would like to say that I would like to thank, the pandemic. I would like to thank everybody, those who were listening to SunRISE, because one good thing happened today. SunRISE would not be coming. We wouldn't be seeing Gary and Nicole that much if pandemic would not have happened. So definitely some good things happened. We should appreciate that. So before we end 2020, I think Gary and Nicole, you did bring up the review of the SunRISE and about this. So we need to thank entire 2020 from January till December, that a lot of good things happened. So young adults, please look at all the good things happened from January 1st till December 31st. Do not lose hope, because there is always light at the end of the tunnel, and that light is 2021. So we need to welcome 2021 in a big way by giving a good appreciation and thank you note to 2020.
Thank you.
Nicole and Gary, I turn on the microphone to you guys.
Thank you, Dr. Khanna. We have the sunrise behind us on the screen, as you can see. It's not a sunset, it's a sunrise. And that's what 2021 is going to be. 2020 has been a difficult year, but 2021, we're looking forward to more positive things. So we're excited about that. Nicole, take us out.
Yeah, thank you, Gary. And I think you guys definitely emphasize something that a lot of us need to have, especially in our mindsets moving forward to 2021, that there is that light at the end of the tunnel. And although it's not going to be as it was when we started 2020 before everything happened, it's definitely the beginning of an end in several different aspects, and it's a whole different world. So definitely keep that positive mindset. I think you guys definitely hit the nail on that one. But yeah, so that I think that's all we have for you guys today. Thank you, Dr. Khanna. Thank you, Gary, for all your contribution today and bringing up such informative topics. Gary, Dr. Khanna, would you like to take us out? I guess the only thing I would have to say is see you guys in the new year.
Well, I just want to say,
thank you, Gary, for doing wonderful. This is the last sunrise of the year. But before I end, I just want to say that young adults or whoever listening, the year ended with the 0, but everything starts with 0. The next one is 1. That means everything starts again with 1. So have hope. Look out for the sunrise on Friday. There will be new sun in 2021 with Dr. Khanna and Gary and Nicole. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I just want to remind everybody, please join us here at 4 o'clock, facebook.com/Khanna4Kids for our press conference that we're having. We're launching the new facility in New Jersey. So the new initiative, we're excited about that. And then 7 o'clock tonight, we're going to be having our holiday dinner, all virtually. So we'll see you at 4 o'clock. God bless you, Dr. Khanna. God bless you, Nicole.